Well, hello everyone. The Ontario Gardener here, back with another PlateUp one shot. And today we're going to be doing one of my favorite dishes, and that is breakfast. So, during the cuddle map, as always, we're doing the same layout. Basically, as far as the tables go, it's just this is my theme for the one shots. Now, the reason why I like breakfast, especially early on, is because you make toast or you make bread and then you make toast, and that's it. And all you really need to automate some of this, like basic automation, would be a grabber, a portioner, and a safety hob. Like, that's all you need. Even a portioner itself would be helpful. We end up getting a research desk on day one, which is great. I do end up bumping my tables back. You guys know how I typically do this, and I'm trying to I'm struggling which one it has the extra seat to that. And there we go. And I call everybody. And one of my things is if you have as many or fewer groups and you have tables, especially early on, call everybody at one time. It'll give you a few extra coins. The way coins work is you get 3 coins base call, and then every other day you get an additional. So there we were getting, I think it was either 3 or 4 coins per ring there. Well, at least 3, put it that way. And then, so basically, again, as long as you have fewer than 10 customers, so if you have 5 or fewer groups, you're only going to end up with 1 loaf of bread. So you have 4 groups there, not a big deal. Call everybody. 1 loaf of bread has 10 slices to it, and there we are going to buy the plates. That way we don't have to do dishes. And we end up lucking out with a research desk. And I end up putting it my normal way here. I buy more tables, push them back, because right now I only need 2 more tables, and then we're good to go there. And I do that because of the messes. Again, call everybody. After today, we're going to get another card. What do we end up getting here? We end up getting a blueprint desk, which is actually pretty good. Now, the thing is, compared to, like, say, fish or even pies, breakfast, I don't find you really need a copy desk as much. It's not as nice as having a blueprint desk, because you can get things like your portioner or combiner, and then you can just upgrade those two or research them again. You could get a hob, which then you would turn into a safety hob, from a danger hob or from a regular hob, however you want to do it. And then you get things like a frozen prep station, grabbers, and all those things. And you don't need a mixer. Here we got beans or splash zone. I'm like, you know what? Beans are pretty easy. It'll keep our customer group down. It doesn't really add, it adds next to no difficulty, honestly. It adds very little. I think what we do here, let's see where we end up. I'm debating what I want to do. I think I buy the research desk or the blueprint desk. And we have that, and then we're going to upgrade. How do I have this set up here? I just want to, we can't actually afford anything, so I think I'm debating whether I want to try to get a freezer for the toast or for the loaf of bread, or do I want to try to get something else? And now here again, we got a conveyor belt right away. Call everybody, because why not? Now, if you call everybody, you do miss out on some of the blueprints, and whether you think you do or not, you do. That's just the way it goes. But again, if you lock in one early on, it doesn't matter, because then the rest don't count. And here you go, bread, super easy. I think we had 2, 4, 6. We had 7 customers that day. We bought the other plate stack, so no big deal. We do make more beans, because beans only have a 5 portions to them. But beans cook super, super fast. Like, it's not a big deal. And you see how I have the beans set up next to the oven? So all I got to do is grab the oven, take them out, tap them on the beans, and then you can serve them. We got our safety hobs, which is, a safety hob, which is great. And we also have our conveyor belt, so we're obviously going to buy the safety hob. And I do debate. Oh, there we go. That's how I set it up. Because having a grabber is good. We buy another table. We have one more table to buy. We had just enough coins, because now we're at 0 coins. We have 5 groups. But again, it's not here. In hindsight, I'm debating about locking in another conveyor belt, which I end up getting, obviously. And here we go. Yeah, now we're set up pretty good. I know we have one. I took it out too early, which is fine. I know we have 1 group sitting there, but it's not a big deal. We basically wait for it. There you go. Then the other 4 can sit there. No big deal. Now, again, the safety hob is slower, of course, than an oven. An oven and a danger hob are 2x speed. An oven creates no mess, so theoretically an oven is better. But the oven, you have to place the item down, you have to shut the door, then you have to open the door. The danger hobs, you just place it and pick it up. So it's half as many movements, I guess you would say. And there you go. We had just enough beans. We have our grabber, which is great. End up blocking another conveyor, because you want to have a couple of conveyor belts. Here again, for these one shots, if you're just trying to franchise something, it doesn't really matter what you get from your what decoration you take, because typically you're not going to need a decoration. And here I have it set up. I'm like, how do I want to set this up? I put the flour there, because I'm like, I'm only going to need the flour. Well, I'll need it twice potentially. There we go. And then I think I put the beans on, because why not? Let it cook. We're going to buzz through this. I end up calling it actually a blueprint cabinet. Now, blueprint cabinets are good, of course. And there we go. And the reason why I have it set up like this is because we can actually use the oven as well as using the safety hob if we choose to, just to get a couple more going through. And you can see how easy the automation could fall in here. All you need is a portioner and another grabber, or even really just a portioner, and you have auto toast like on day 6. Like, it's pretty good to be able to have. I mean, we're not there yet, obviously. I'm just saying we could potentially get there. Might as well do our research. We need more beans. I know I'll need more beans because I only have 1 serving left. And there you go. And there you go. And I'm not sure if we end up needing, yeah, here I'm kind of fiddling around because we have the pots. Yeah, we're good to go here. I don't remember if we need another loaf of bread or not. I think we know we have just enough. We have just enough because there's 2 there and we have 2 customers. So we actually lucked out there. We had 6 groups, but we only had 10 customers. So we had 2 single groups, obviously. So there we go. So we're at day 6. Let's see what card we end up getting. We end up getting Relaxed Atmosphere or Breakfast Eggs. Now it's like, okay, Relax doesn't bring down any customers. Eggs, how hard are eggs? We'll see what we choose here. I really am debating this. I'm like, let's just do eggs. We have the safety hob. Now we want to try to get a mixer or like a heated mixer or something. We have to change this around a bit, but it ends up going fine. Like, it's perfectly fine. We got our blueprint cabinet, which is great. I think I moved my research completely out of the way. Yeah, just to move it out of the way so we have more space. And I'm like, okay, how do I want to set this up? I don't think I actually use this for anything right now. I think I just keep it. And do I end up buying another? No, I'm trying to think what I wanted to try to get that and then a sink. There we go. I think that's what I end up going with. This we don't end up using, I don't think. Yeah, no. And then the table I should purchase. I don't think I actually do purchase it. I move all that stuff down. And I put the oven there because that way we can use the safety hob for toast as well if we want to. And then do I end up buying the table? I don't think I do. For some reason, I don't. Now, in hindsight there, I should have almost grabbed the prep station to make it into a frozen. Oh, never mind. I do grab it. I always forget what I actually grab. And I forget, like, okay, we can't put it on there. There we go. This is working out perfectly fine. The beans are super, super quick anyway. So you put the beans there. You load up on this. Because now we have eggs. Now, eggs aren't a huge deal. Like, they're not that they're hard to do at all. It just, it's just another step you got to do. And here I'm like, okay, we're kind of running out of space now because I don't have a place to put the eggs, etc., etc. But we end up making it okay. I think after today, I do change things up a little bit because of the whole egg business, or maybe I end up just loading up tons of eggs just to get them loaded up. There we go. I end up doing something like that, which does make a lot more sense to me, right? All right, we got that egg on, and then everything. We got more beans you have to make up, which is not a problem, honestly, because beans don't burn. Anything in a pot doesn't burn. So there we have our toast on. We have that. We have our beans. Boop, boop. And then we have the one with the egg. There you go. Perfect. There we go. Because I ended up missing the egg on the first one. We have 2 groups left, and we have plenty of bread. I end up doing my research. We get I'm not sure what sink that actually is. And then we end up getting a workstation, which the workstation, I kind of always forget that workstation does kneading and chopping action. Portioning action, which is what you'd see where the arrow above the loaf of bread, that's a portioning action, and workstations don't help with that. Here we go with the prep station. Do I end up? I think I just buy it, yeah, because I'm like, you know what, I'll load this one up with eggs or something. And then I think here I'm debating how I want to actually do this. And you'll see, this run I end up changing around quite a bit. Again, in hindsight here, I should have taken, use that, I guess, here's where I flub up, because I'm like, you know what, the workstation doesn't actually do that. Here I debate about the danger hob, but we end up upgrading. What do I do here? I buy the regular hob, and then in hindsight, what I should have done here is I should swap out the safety hob with the regular hob. I don't think I end up doing. I'm debating how I want to set this up. I'm like, I think this is going to work out, and then that's fine. Do I end up buying the last table? I think I end up wanting to getting another safety hob. Do I buy the last table? I don't think I actually do I? Bring on conveyor. Yeah, we go. We're all set up now. We're good to go here. And then things are a bit kind of wonky as far as how they're laid out. But it's fine. So here it would have been better to, and I'm burning the toast, of course. Yeah, so here I realize, I think I say, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, that doesn't actually make it any faster. So there's another prep station, which wouldn't be a bad idea either, because you could load that up with eggs. But the eggs, the way we're doing eggs is pretty fine, I think. Got to get the beans on, of course, which kind of not a big deal at all. Got that one on. Going to do that one, and there's the port. Do I end up getting the combiner? I think I mess up because I have one of the quality of life mods I have allows the safety hob and danger hob to cycle between each other when you research, and the mixer, I'm debating about getting the mixer too for the eggs, and then I end up locking it in. And then the portioner combiner also can rotate when you research them. And then you can portion the beans from an oven because you're not actually removing, like you can't portion soup from an oven because it'll just shut the door. But beans you can, because it's one of those actions where you're tapping it. Like the I'm trying to think how to explain it. Like you're interacting with it. You're not actually portioning the beans. You're just interacting with it, because you can't put beans in your hand, nor can you put beans on a plate by itself. So you can't actually do that. Are we all set up here? Yeah, we got beans going on, and that's the end of the day. Good. We had just enough bread. We ended up doing good with the eggs. Now I do change things a little bit here, which you'll see in a second. So I'm like, you know what, this is frustrating. Yes, get back to the safety hobs. And then in hindsight here, how do I have this set up? Because I'm not sure if I actually do this properly or not. I don't think because I put the mixer in the blueprint cabinet. Now in hindsight, what I should have done, I should have just purchased the mixer and had the mixer going with that grabber going into the safety hob, or having or something along those lines. So I totally forget I have that other grabber down there for a little while. And I don't think I actually realized that I might have said it, like, because you guys can't hear the game audio. I might have actually said, oh, it's not going to work. But I get 2 beans on because why not? There's no reason not to get 2 beans on. So we're getting there as far as automating. Here I'm just calling a bunch just to get people called, because why not, right? And then they want an egg. And I do run around a bit to try to get what we need. But it ends up working out. And again, we have the dishwasher, which is super, super great. I don't run the dishwasher for some odd reason. I don't know why. I think I just forget about it or something. And then I know I have a customer sitting us up, but look at the mess that safety hub just spawned. Jeez Louise. There we go. Now everybody's in, so we're good to go. And I mean, it's a lot of running. So again, if I would do this differently, I'd move the research completely out of the way and almost have where the bread in the oven have that as an island, so I could run around to each side. Because when we don't think we end up locking in anything that was good, but we will upgrade our mixer, and we will have another safety hob, so those will be helpful going forward. Because you don't need a danger hob. Do I forget to do research today or not? I don't remember. Yeah, no, I don't, because we need one more slice of bread. We end up having 11 customers instead of 10 today. But we end up getting a danger hob, and then the other mixer, I can't tell what it is. We really can't afford anything right now anyway, so just enough beans, and then we have a toast. There we go, perfect. So we're on to day 9 already. Let's see what card we get to choose from. All right, we got... So I'm like, oh, I love meat soup, but it's like, again, if you're planning on going this into overtime or franchising this to continue the franchise, I'd almost lean towards the soup, because meat soup is easy. See, here I change my mind with how I do things, which is 100% smarter doing it this way. And then I'm trying to think what I end up doing with this, because the mixer, I'm not sure what mixer we have, but I can't afford it anyway. I only have 35 coins. I do a reroll. I get a portioner, which is 100% what we want, and move that out of the way so it's not researched. And there we go. So after today, we'll have auto bread, and you'll see how I changed it, because you then can't use a danger hob for the toast because it'll burn it basically. But you can use a danger hob in this setup because it'll never burn. Well, it gets to the burn stage, so you have to be a little careful how you feed it in, kind of, because you can burn everything. You can burn it. There we go. And this guy, and remember, we're at individual dining, so I call a whole bunch of people, because it's like, we have tons of eggs. I lock in another prep station that will be going, potentially would be for the eggs. I'm not sure if we end up doing that in this run or not, because we're at day 10 now. We have 5 more days. But I mean, I love individual dining mainly because you only have to serve one dish and you only have to clean up one dish. Now, again, you do that a lot, like a lot of back and forth, but still, it's I think it's still better, or maybe even easier. And then we have a bunch of eggs going. I think I get a bunch of toast going. Yeah, we're good to go here, because they're individuals. So it's like, okay, whatever they want, that's it. Like it's pretty straightforward. You can see here on the danger hob, they do have the burn tick to them. They just don't actually show the burn tick. So here I do my research. We end up getting, I think I'm trying to get a heated mixer out of this. I can't exactly remember. And then there we go. So we end up locking in a prep station. We have our portioner, which I'm pretty sure we're going to buy that here. What do I end up locking in? A prep station. I'm not sure if I even use the prep station. Do I freeze it maybe? So portioner, now we're going to redo things yet again. I'm debating, okay, I want to set up auto bread. I don't know if I actually even use the other conveyor belt right now, which I should. I don't know why I don't use it, because I'm debating here what I want to do with this, and I don't do I see? I don't end up locking. I don't know why, because I could set up auto bread here because I could put the bread and then having a grabber. I think it's just the way that it's laid out because you only have a certain. Yeah, I think I just did. I don't know why I do it like this. I don't know. I lock in another conveyor belt because they're obviously always useful. Yeah, so I don't know. In hindsight, I did move the chopping counter because we don't need it. Well, where it is, of course. There we go. And then we're going to load up a bunch of this, and there you go. Okay, cool. I just like to call and see what everybody wants, and I just buzz through them. Boom, 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 everything. I got the beans at the bottom. I got a bean at the top, and I also have a beaner in the middle there. You can see below the prep station, which does help us a lot, by the way. And then you're doing a lot of dishes because, well, obviously you're using a lot of dishes. Here we have another 4. We're going to get more bread on. Bang them out. I knew someone's going to want just beans, which no one just wants beans. They want beans and eggs. And then I think that one I get an egg, and then we're going to go back, and then let's clean. I don't want to cleaning this stuff out. I don't remember. There we go. Because right now we're kind of waiting on things, but again, we got to do more eggs. So yeah, in hindsight here, I should use I should have used that other grabber to help automate stuff because I could have auto bread going. I don't know why I don't do it. Honestly, I think I'm waiting to get, I don't know what, because we'll find out after today how I end up changing things around again. And we're going to be coming up on day 12. I know the customer at the bottom is getting a little angry. But again, remember, this isn't 2x speed, so it may look like the patience bars are going down a lot faster than normal. It's because it's a 2x speed day. So we don't have a frozen prep station. I don't really feel that we need a frozen one. There's no real benefit, in my opinion, for that. I think we have to do one more. No, we got everything. Got the beans. Just enough beans, too, by the way. All right, so at the end of day 11, I mean, this is a very good run. We have basic automation set up for toast, and that's all you, honestly, that's all you really need. And then here I end up getting is that a heated mixer? Heated mixer. Now, how do I change this around? I have it like that, and then I think I have the prep station like that. So in hindsight here, I should almost, I mean, it wouldn't matter if I'd use the regular prep or the frozen prep for the eggs. It doesn't really matter. I end up buying a coffee table. Not that we need it, just to buy it. And then here I just put something in there anyway, just to have it. So again, here I still don't have auto bread, like auto toast set up. I don't know. I still don't know why I don't do that. I think I do it after today. And then I have the other hob down there that we're not using because we're actually not really using 2 hobs right now. That way we can get tons of beans going. Yeah, see how I get all 3 beans going, and then we start loading up on bread or on toast. I should keep saying bread, but you know what I mean. You mean toast. You know I mean toast. Alrighty, so we do have a fire because I totally blanked on it. Because if you look at it there, that grabber should easily be able to fit there. But the problem is there is a bit of a grabber delay. It's not instant, and anything that's within the tiles of the grabber or even like slightly in the edges of it, it won't let the item before it go onto it. So it's not like you can't have two items on one grabber at the same time. Like the item has to completely clear the edges or the ends of the grabbers, conveyor belts. They all work the same way. So there is a split second where the actual grabber itself is empty instead of always having something on it, which, I mean, it is what it is. It's just how the game, how it's just coded, I guess, or however you want to say that. Run that. We are going to need more beans, of course. I think I just ended up getting this guy's. Yeah, we go. We load a bunch. Because you see here how there's an exclamation point above the danger hob. It's saying that, hey, hold on a second, buddy. There we go. And I have that other prep stations for the bread or for the eggs, which I don't think I even end up using. We need to get another grabber for that. But yeah, I still don't have auto toast set up. I still don't know why I don't. Because I'm just looking, I'm looking back on this after I played. I'm like, why don't I have auto toast set up? Because that doesn't make any sense to not have it. I could have had it a long time ago because all you need is a grabber, and I use a grabber for the eggs. But it's fine. I mean, we end up not having any problems. Here I do load up the frozen prep because it is a frozen prep. And that's the end of that day. Let's see what day 12 card we get. We could get a doozy one here, but I think we get one that's not too bad. Let's see what we get. Mandarins or Simplicity? So Simplicity, again, if you're doing a longevity run, Simplicity would be bad because you want to have more blueprint cabinets. But for me, because I don't need the blueprint cabinets. Like I'm just going to franchise. Here I'm debating. Here look at the setup I do. Do I end up having auto? I'm trying to think how I have this set up, honestly. I don't remember if I finally get around to doing auto. Yeah, I do. I do have auto toast now. How do I? Yeah, here we go. And that's going to go like that. And that's going to go. There we go. So now we're actually set up pretty good. Do I buy the trainers? I do because trainers are awesome. So there you go. So now we're actually set up. We finally have auto toast after all this time. And then we have auto eggs. And because we're not using the other safety hob, we're not using the workstation to chop because we're not chopping anything anymore. So this does work out pretty well. I end up doing the bread on the Danger Hob, which works just the same. It's the same speed. And I think I might, do I even load up another bread? I do, because it's like, you know what, we're going to load it up because we will use it, because we have enough customers now that we will use it. Here I'm trying to stay on top of the eggs. There we go. Now we have tons and tons of bread, which is good. Because now we're set up pretty good. You let the eggs kind of passively do their thing, and that's it. Like right now, I'm not calling a lot of people. I mean, okay, I shouldn't say that. Now I'm calling a bunch of people, but I wasn't calling people in the beginning to try to get stocked up on stuff. So the best thing that we get here would be another grabber. Then we could have full auto eggs, but I don't think we end up getting another grabber, at least not in this day. And as you can see, when we're calling, we're getting 9 coins per ring. And when you have individual dining like that, because each group or each customer is a group. So, before it'd be like, expected groups 10 and group in size is 1 to 2. So you could have anywhere between 10 and 20 people. If it says though, expected groups 20 and the group size is 1 to 1, you're going to get 20 groups. So it's, I like that aspect of individual dining, because when you call, you will get more money. You just will. Do I forget to do research here? Or maybe I don't want to do research. I think I put in another portioner, or unless it's a combiner. We ended up getting another research desk that day. Yeah, I think I ditched some of this stuff. And I still don't have that top table used. I'm like, here, should we use another mixer? And I'm like, we really don't need a mixer, but I think I put it in there anyway. And I still don't buy the other table for some reason. I don't know why I don't buy that other table. I think it's because of the way that the second seat is set up, that it can't spawn through the wall. Or no, sorry, I know I don't buy the other table. What am I talking about? I don't buy the other table because of individual dining, so it doesn't matter. Each group is at least 1.5 or 1 full tile away. Here, we're basically doing the same exact thing as before. We're getting the beans loaded up, kind of work on our eggs, because we have a little bit of toast made already. So it's like we might as well use that to start. And I think I get another loaf on, and I forget where to put it because I don't have my sink isn't there anymore. So in hindsight, I should have put the sink next to the research desk. That way I could tap the flour, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. We got 3 pots of beans. We got so much of everything right now. Look, we're getting 10 coins per ring, because remember, it's a 3 base plus 1 every other day. So every other day at 14 divided by 2 is 7. 7 plus 3 is 10. It's like, that's a lot of cash. I mean, it doesn't look like much because we have 0 money. But I mean, right there, we just made 40 coins just ringing. So it's a very good thing. If you can keep up with that pace of calling, and again, individual dining is pretty easy. If there's no leisurely eating, there's no dessert, there's no starter, there's nothing. It's just in, eat, and out. That's all it is. I try to keep up on the eggs. It's tricky to do the eggs, and I think we're out of bread because I totally blank on putting the other loaf down there. Yeah, we have plenty of bread now though, because we're only gonna need a couple. I want to let the frozen prep fill up, which I think I do that here. There's no research because I said to myself, I'm at day 14. I have 1 more day to go. I'm not researching anything. And the same thing is going to be holding for you guys too. If you're just looking to franchise breakfast and then go into your tier runs, doing research the last couple of days isn't going to really gain you anything. Here, frozen prep is okay. It's not going to help us, to franchise. This is our last day. I think I'm trying to roll to get a grabber, but we don't have enough coins to even re-roll. So I think our re-rolls right now are up to 80 coins each, which is ridiculous because it goes up 10 coins per. Do I forget about my trainers? I think I do, don't I? Unless I totally negate putting trainers on. There we go. Like, where are my trainers? So the only thing you got to watch out for trainers is you do have to watch out for messes, because if you don't clean the messes, you end up, you see I'm cleaning them there, you end up pulling the messes with you. But back where the safety hob is in the mixer, I don't have to walk back there except to put another loaf of bread, which we will end up needing, of course. There we go. I mean, I guess what I could have done is next to where the portioner is, not that exact spot, but the next one over, next to the eggs on the top right corner, I could have used a safety hob there, and I could have put a loaf of bread to cook there and just let it cook. Because by the time I get through 1 full loaf and everything else, the other one would be finished cooking. So I could have done that. I mean, I didn't. Again, it's one of these. This game is one of those ones where you look back and say, "Oh, I should have done it this way," or someone's watching you play, "Oh, I should have done it this way." But we are getting close to the end here, guys. So I do want to thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving me a like as well as a comment. What's your favorite dish? Mine probably is still breakfast. Even if you count the modded dishes, this is still probably my favorite to do breakfast. And if you're enjoying these one-shots or any other video on my channel, hit the subscribe button, tick the bell notification icon. And then, we're going to be wrapping up here very, very soon here. We have, 4 customers to go. I do need bread. I think I'm just dinking around here. I don't know why I'm holding that piece because I have no place to put it. I should just put it on the counter. Yeah, I just do that. I think I don't burn it, but do I need a couple eggs? I think I need 1 egg, and we have, yeah, I mean, see how, once the stuff is there, I move fast. So that's going to do it here, guys. I want to thank you guys for joining me. This has been a fun run, and let's close it off by seeing what franchise we get, and I'll catch you guys in the next one-shot video.